Welcome back to Cape Quest, everyone. Our journey today sees us back in the land of Korend, where, in these swamps that are full of lizard men and rather dangerous to run through, we find a camp and a journal belonging to a man by the name of Kassand Shah. He seems to think that some ruins in the area may hold some information about something called the Old Ones. And, well, you know us, we can't resist a good mystery, so let's see what we can find out.
Oh, Return to
They keep-
Ravnica was right after Innistrad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
They keep mentioning Varlamore. I wonder if that's going to be an area they add, or if that area, is the western half of this continent. What a good question, Past Graham. Well, you'll be happy to know that Varlamore was revealed at the Summer Showcase this year and passed the community poll with flying colors. And honestly, I cannot wait for the day that we get to go explore what sounds like it's going to be a Roman Empire-themed savannah area. That just seems really cool.
Oh, hey, speaking of you visiting Connor, guess what I found that they have on Tabletop Simulator?
Hmm.
Tales of the Arabian Nights.
Oh, man.
I love that game so much.
Also, this, I don't know, this person's asking some questions that I'm going to be very interested to see the answers to, assuming I don't die to this poison.
Graham, eat the bread.
Oh, I didn't... Bread has been consumed. Alright, time to climb down the hole.
Whoa. Ooh, this is just pretty.
Yeah.
This is.
Was not expecting to find pretty in Old School Runescape.
5 minutes, Cat. Most poison lasts for 5 minutes, and you take damage every, what? Oh, I'm in a text box, so I'm gonna get hit immediately as soon as I click out of it. You take damage about every 30 or 20 or 30 seconds. Inside the hole, we find what appears to be some form of ancient garden or natural laboratory, and there's a stone tablet with words written in a language we don't recognize on it. It's up to us to look around and try to translate them. Or, at least it would be if it weren't for the fact that Runelight's doing all the heavy lifting for us.
This music is really good. This, sound design's really good.
Mm-hmm. Just vague ambient dread.
I definitely will not will not be disappointed. I don't actually have to translate the tablet because translation puzzles are the bane of my existence. I am so bad at them.
I love them. I don't want to do that right now.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
same.
That's fair. They can be fun. I just always tend to make simple mistakes. Alright, we're down to 1 poison damage per tick, so I'm gonna take 5 more damage and shouldn't die now.
Ugh.
Your simple mistakes. Wait, that's somebody's grocery list. If it weren't for the ambience in there, I would say that was probably where this was going. Travel to Mulk Island via Bodhi.
Isn't it easier to just ferry ring to Mulk Island? Isn't that why they wanted us to have this?
No, Connor, this quest is actually not on the checklist on the site.
What I'm saying is, under recommended items, it's ferry ring access for quick access to Mulk Island.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Because there's a ferry ring there.
Where's the nearest ferry ring?
Our Cape Teleport to Spirit Tree to Grand Exchange to outside the walls of the Grand Exchange.
You may be wondering how we know where to go next. Well, it's a little hard to tell, but the message that we translated on the stone tablet ends with the phrase Life Garden below Lake Island. And in Korend, there is only one location that matches that description, and that would be the little island in the middle of Lake Mulk. So, that's where we're gonna go.
Do you have any idea how many imps I have killed in the brief time you were both gone?
You're just upholding stream tradition at this point. Okay. What's the fairy ring?
It is DJR.
And where did you run off to?
Sorry.
95 imps, huh? That's how many.
Well,
Man, you work fast, Connor.
I can say that 14 of those were mine.
Hmm.
Incidentally, imps spawn over here so quickly, we probably could have done imp catchers so fast.
Yeah, there definitely were better ways to approach. So we're teleporting to the chasm of fire.
Wait, it's saying the fairy ring only works for those who wield fairy magic. Why isn't it working for me?
Because you have to have a
Drum staff.
Draman staff equipped.
Oh. Guys, I'm new to the game. Please treat me like I'm stupid.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. There's a bank like just north of us.
Yeah, that's where I'm
And
going.
also just south of us, thinking about it. I'll go first to make sure it's safe. Okay, I'm not seeing anything, and that does get us considerably closer to Bodhi without having to run through packs of lizard men. So, good idea, Connor. I mean, if you really think about it, Cat, isn't a cake just a sandwich? A very ambitious sandwich.
Have you seen those layered sandwiches that they used to make? Where it would be like white bread, mayo, cheese, meat, white bread, mayo, cheese, meat, white, like just like a layer cake, but using mayo and sandwich fillings instead of the normal things.
Yeah, that's become a thing on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts recently.
Yeah, it used to be a thing in the like 50s.
Okay,
It's a very the same time people were making aspics. Like,
did they watch that one episode of House of Mouse and decide that was a great recipe for a sandwich?
just sounds soggy.
Yeah, it just sounds wet and uncomfortable.
Like, I barely remember that show, but there was an entire episode dedicated to Mickey and Minnie having an argument over the way Mickey makes sandwiches. And that was his recipe for a sandwich.
I miss House of Mouse.
That show was surprisingly funny for what it was.
Yeah. Oh, 1965. Nice.
There are a few combinations that I wish I didn't have in my head more than frosted layered sandwich loaf, Cat. Thank you for sharing that.
Frosted layer sandwich. What is going on Discord?
Not gonna lie though, Graham. You know what thanks to our lovely grandmother, do you know what I sometimes do actually crave?
Huh.
Like a bologna sandwich with Miracle Whip.
Hey, bologna and mayo is pretty good.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
I love,
but she didn't
I like
use
bologna,
mayo.
I love mayo, but Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
Sweet mayo.
Look, I have fond memories of that, but I do not like the thought of eating one is just repulsive.
I'm gonna buy some Miracle.
Oh, why? Why would you do this to yourself?
Now that I think about it, there was a period in my life where I did like a super watered down version of the of that scene where they mix together like high end top sirloin with instant ramen and Parasite. I used to eat bologna sandwiches with QB mayo.
Hey. It was like a joke my friends and I used to make about a definitely very good YouTube series that we were a part of, where like, you know, if we ever make any money from this whatsoever, we didn't, we're going to buy A5 Wagyu and make meatloaf.
Was it the series I was thinking of?
Yes.
Yeah, the problem with there are two problems with that, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, since it was a portfolio project, the person in charge probably didn't do any kind of advertising.
What do you mean, Graham?
And y'all were ahead of your time.
Honestly, yeah.
If you'd put it up like 5-6 years later with the NyQuil chicken episode, you guys would have been a smash hit. To pull us back on course after this horribly cursed tangent, we found another set of ruins with another stone tablet that we needed to translate. And this one pointed us in the direction of a location called West Below the Poisoned Waterland. Now, I don't know about you, but when I hear the words Poisoned Waterland, I think of exactly two things. We're either talking about Blight Town, but this isn't Dark Souls 1, or we need to head out into the swamp. Look at all these lizard men. I hope the great plan is going the way it should. There, that's my one Warhammer joke for the day.
Proud of you.
Still one of my favorite factions to play.
I
least
love
in,
We
the
should
lizard
run.
men.
We should run. I don't want to get poisoned again.
We need to play some Warhammer 3 sometime soon.
We definitely do.
I have a group of guys that I work with who all play it, who have then been trying to get a big group together for it.
Mm.
So I think if the three of us played, it would be like a 6 or 7 person game.
Oh, that's too many people. I was going to say, having the three of us against the world sounds like fun. Having like 6 or 7 people in a free-for-all does not. More ruins means another stone tablet for us to decipher, and as you can see, we're actually starting to get some of the words filled out already, even without finding any new clues. The ones in green are the ones that are correct, and the ones in blue are the ones that are correct, but not in the right context. There's some weird variation between the actual answer and what RuneLight's been feeding us that still gets the point across, even though the words aren't entirely right. Don't worry, though, I will go over the full translation at the end of this quest. Yeah, I'm reading these tablets, and I'm not sure what's going on, really. They're instructions for something, but I'm not entirely sure what yet.
Mm-hmm.
But the ambiance is so good.
It is, like, legitimately a great bit of sound design. We make our way to the final ruins that we need and find the last of the tablets. So with that in mind, let's take a look at what each of them says. The first tablet, when translated, reads, Little time. Soul vessel success. Send vessel north. Life garden below Lake Island. So, pretty clear here, they're under some pressure to create a soul vessel, whatever that is, and they managed to shift it to the second location that we went to. The second tablet says, Many body needed. Body need life. Feed body soul vessel. Need knowledge garden transfer method. West below poison water land. So in this case, they need to keep the soul vessel, which seems to be an empty body. They just need to keep it up and running, make sure that it's fed, so that it's ready for when the time to transfer the soul, it's good to go. The third one, the ruins in the swamp, says transfer method success, body success, soul vessel success, time arrived, death poison needed, death create life, death garden deliver, southeast below forest building. So, they got it here and everything is good, so it's the time to try whatever it is they needed this for, which is going to require this death poison that they refer to. And here in the final chamber, the tablet reads, Death poison fail. Plant create dark death. Send home. Home destroyed. No life. Soul vessel fail. Zemetal destroyed. So it sounds like whatever they tried failed and ended up destroying their home after they accidentally sent it there. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's what that says. I do happen to know that these have an actual answer, but that's going to be probably the last quest we do in this entire run, so we'll save those answers for when that time comes. However, the context that we were missing at the time, that's kind of important to understand this, is that what they're doing here is called soul transference, moving a soul from one body to another. It's common practice in the city of Arceus in Korend, but everybody thought they were the ones who discovered it, and as we've put together, they actually weren't, the old ones were. In fact, we find a warning note on the back of the tablet confirming that the man we've been following came to the same conclusion, and that is quest complete. But our fun today doesn't need to end with a look at some past disaster, as our next quest starts when we respond to a classified ad in the town of Canifus. Yes, I would love to start Creature of Fen Constrain. Ah yes, they want a brain-dead butler. I have never been more qualified for something in my life. And I've got a brain in a jar.
A gold ring. Not terrible.
No, not
Nice.
bad.
You're gonna want to go in there and buy yourself a pickled brain.
Or
Right.
telegrab it.
Who do I talk to for that?
Just try and grab it and you can buy it. But
Where is
yeah,
the gold ring?
You know, if you think about what we've done today, we've fought an overgrown vine monster. We've explored a bunch of ancient ruins, and we are now going to reenact Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Kind of. RuneScape is a weird game, but in the best
Very
way.
game. Yeah.
Hello, Dr. Frankenstein. Yes, please. I've come to apply for your job. Yes, if it pays well. It's literally a brain-dead butler job. What do you expect that to pay at all? How would you describe yourself in one word? Brain-dead. Don't even have to fake that one. Yes, in this quest we will be playing the role of Igor.
Why am I instinctively trying to shut all the doors behind me?
Too much Dead by Daylight. Except
I
there
think
aren't
it
really
might have
doors
been-
in that game.
I think it might have been penguin sightseeing or whatever it is.
Oh, yes, where you just trap a penguin in a room to make sure everybody can find it.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Gardener Ghost. Please have some good information for me.
Wasn't expecting the character portrait to just be his tiny neck stump.
Oh, that is so good.
That's really funny. Personal pet peeve, having to read a Cockney accent phonetically.
Then do I have some bad news for you, Alex?
Oh no.
Let's see, Jagex is based out of... Oh, we literally just looked this up a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like, I know they're based out of the UK, I'm just not sure where.
Cambridge. I don't know what part of England that's from, actually. But, yeah, no,
They love their British accents.
they love their British accents.
Yeah, Cambridge is in England, so...
How do I feel about Final Fantasy XIV, then? I mean, at least Final Fantasy XIV most of the time has the good sense to give the Cockney accent to the speaking roles. Most of the time. Ooh, am I gonna run into any... I did run into a feral vampire. Can I actually fight you? Not at that amount of damage.
Alamegan. Don't you mean Alamegan?
Al amigo.
Ah, yes, my favorite Cockney Persia. Do you still need a spade, Connor?
No,
Okay.
I had one.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh, that's the second 8 they hit on me. So let's try not to die.
Do I have to go into the weird forest?
Originally.
Yes.
And there are leeches, both humanoid and otherwise, in there.
I have never heard vampires described as humanoid leeches before.
That's actually the slang name for them in Werewolf the Apocalypse. They're called leeches by the werewolf tribes.
That sounds about right. The werewolf tribes in World of Darkness have a very interesting way of doing things. Whew, didn't die.
Oh,
Almost died. Didn't die.
yeah.
After diving into our Igor duties with great enthusiasm, we managed to collect all the body parts we need for the big plan, which means you know what time it is.
I'm really looking forward to the next page of this, though, Graham. We start the next page of the guide with In Search of the Myrique and then Shades of Morton.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
And then In Aid of the Myrique and a bunch of other stuff, and down at the very end, it's Darkness of Hallivale.
Ah, yes, the vampires are coming.
Oh no.
But like, proper vampires, not the stuff we've been dealing with up to this point.
Wait, Graham, come back, please. Your hammer.
Oh, right. Yes, sorry, my mistake. What is this?
It's a potion.
It's a potion. I can't even drink it.
Nope.
What kind of
That-
potion is it?
It's a potion.
Potion. It's the potion kind.
With the lightning strike done, we should probably check to see how Dr. Fenkenstrain's monster is coming along. Turns out, not so well, because when it came to life it attacked him, and he's locked it away and wants us to deal with it, since, we were the ones who got the defective brain. Speaking with the monster, we figure out that the brain belonged to the old lord of the castle, who was tricked by Dr. Fenkenstrain into selling all of his servants and his subjects out to the vampires before being murdered himself. He wants us to get some fitting revenge, and suggests picking his pocket for the special ring that Fenkenstrain uses to disguise himself from the werewolves. We do just that, leaving him to his probably horrible fate, and that is quest complete. What's that, you ask? Didn't we also do a Soul's Bane in this stream? No. That quest doesn't exist, and it cannot hurt me. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this trip through the past of this wonderful land of Gielinor. As always, you can catch us live, though we're quite a bit ahead of where the videos are, every Monday at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time on my Twitch channel. And be sure to tune in next time when we finally get to meet the Cave Goblins. Anyway, thank you once again for joining me with this video. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will catch you in the next one.